Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Sorry it's been so long since I've done an update. A lot has happened and I'm sure you guys have all been wondering where I've been. All is well and baby is thriving, and I currently do not know the gender of the baby. We were able to find out at 9 weeks, but I chose to be Team Green since with IVF or any type of infertility intervention, there is little to no surprise when it comes to conceiving your baby. So I kind of gave that little gift back to myself and allowed myself to have a surprise at the end of this journey. This is going to be our last baby. It is baby number 2, but our final baby. We have no more frozen embryos. Yeah, Tamsin's in the background playing. We have no more frozen embryos, and as some of you know that have been avid followers for quite some time, we were not able to conceive on our own. It took us a little over 7 years to conceive our daughter, who is 2.5 now. She turned 2.5 on November 3rd, so that's really exciting. And you want an apple? Okay, just give me 1 second. So we're having a lot of fun with her, and she's definitely exploring her vocabulary and expanding it. So that's super fun to watch her learn new things and say new things. But without further ado, let's go ahead and get into this video. And I think I left off at, I think 7 to 9 weeks maybe. I'm not really sure. I have to go back and check, but let me go ahead and make her an apple, and then I will hop back on and we will get into the update with this pregnancy. So I'll be right back. So yeah, it does look like I left off at my weeks 7 to 9 update. And if you haven't watched that video, please go back and watch it. There's a lot of information. We started off pretty rocky with this pregnancy. So I was diagnosed with a subchorionic hemorrhage. I had several bleeds in various locations of my uterus along the subchorion. So that was pretty devastating there for a while. I had a massive bleed one weekend while I was visiting my husband's family in Kentucky. I reside in Ohio, so it's not too far. It only took us about a 3-hour drive to get back home, but it was far enough to, you know, have to go through that much bleeding and be so far away from home. But all that has since stopped, and thankfully it stopped right around the 9-week mark, in between 9 to 10 weeks, I believe, if memory serves me correctly. I do have pregnancy brain, so that is a symptom. We will get into that in just a moment, but I just want to go ahead and catch you guys up to speed. I am going to be 20 weeks on Wednesday of next week, so I believe that is, yeah, you singing? November 13th of 2019, so I will be 20 weeks. I've already had my anatomy scan, and I can update that with you guys as well. Chew it, baby. Oh, you don't like the skin? Okay, thank you. Normally I peel the apples for her, but okay. Can you go and play so mommy can do her video? You want to say hello?
Hello?
Hello. Say hi.
Hi.
Say, I'm Tamsin.
I'm Tamsin.
I'm Tamsin. Are you a princess? Do you have Ariel on?
I'm the Ariel.
Ariel, yeah, that's right. Can you say, tell them how old you are? Can you say, I'm 2?
2.
2. Yeah, you gotta do it with these 2 fingers here. Yeah, you're silly. Okay, can you go play?
Okay.
Okay, say bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Okay. So again, I was just saying she's very vocal and very smart, so we are truly blessed. I forget where I left off. Again, pregnancy brain is a thing. I do have that. But otherwise, like I said, I am 20 weeks. We do have a jam-packed video to get into, so again, I'll go ahead and get into it. But first things first, I want to welcome our new subscribers. Thank you so much for clicking on my videos and watching them and subscribing. If you are new and this is your first video you're watching, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and hit the bell notification so you won't miss any of my future uploads. I'm going to try and do my best to upload at least, you know, once every week, if not every 2 weeks. It does get rather difficult. I do, as you guys have seen, I have a toddler and I work a full-time job and I'm going to school full-time for my doctorates. So my time is very limited, but I do want to get these out to document like I did with my daughter, and you know, to be able to keep you guys updated too, because I know a lot of you are going through some of the same things and want to be updated. So I will do my best in the future to, you know, accommodate for everyone. So yeah, with that being said, again, I will be 20 weeks on Wednesday. Every Wednesday is a new week for me. So, you know, starting from 9 weeks to 10 weeks, there wasn't much of a difference other than I got confirmation that my subchorionic hemorrhage had stopped. So that was obviously good news. I had what's considered morning sickness, but really it was all day nausea up until I would say week, let's say 14 or 15, right as I was getting into my second trimester. But I still have waves here and there, but they're not as consistent as they were in my first trimester. That's one of the main reasons why you guys haven't seen me and I've kind of been MIA, is because I've been so nauseous and so sick and just not feeling myself, obviously. I had some of the same symptoms with this pregnancy as I did with my daughter. So it kind of, you know, that kind of makes me question if this baby is a girl too, but I don't know. Like I said, I'm team green and I want to be team green all the way. So hopefully this will be a surprise for all of us. And I'm curious to see what you guys think this baby is. And I want to try and do a video doing some of the old wives' tales and, you know, see if the gender holds to be true. My husband and my mother and my mother-in-law all know the gender. Someone had to know in case this baby is a boy. I do want to be able to have items purchased beforehand, so I'm not arriving to the hospital empty-handed. So obviously I won't know the outfits until the baby arrives and they have them there. So I've already asked them if it is a boy to wash them appropriately and, you know, for them to be available for me to use when I need them for the baby. But yeah, so I would say from 10 weeks up until 14, 15, 16-ish weeks, you know, all my symptoms were pretty much the same. I was frequently urinating. I mean, I get up 2-3 times a night still, but mostly I've been suffering from insomnia. I was up at 3 a.m. this morning and still haven't had a nap and haven't been tired enough. So I have a lot more energy in my second trimester than I did in my first. And again, I don't feel as nauseous as I did, but there are some times, like if I don't eat or I'm not eating well, you know, baby doesn't really like the way that I'm eating. Sometimes they definitely let me know. So it's nice that we have some form of communication. And I would say my biggest symptom was when I started feeling baby move. So I, you know, have been doing some reading and I've heard with subsequent pregnancies that it's easier to start feeling movement a lot sooner. And I would hold that to be true with this pregnancy. I started feeling movement or flutters, what feel like, you know, little small touches here and there on the inside. So that was really interesting for me because I didn't start feeling movement with Tamsin until I was about 17, 18-ish weeks. And I had an anterior placenta. So that masks a lot of movement for women to not be able to feel their babies. So until later on, and definitely for, you know, dads or spouses or significant others aren't able to feel anything on the outside either because it's, you know, it's buffered with that placenta in the way in between you and the baby. But yeah, I was able to start feeling movement around like 14 and a half, 15 weeks. So right into my first or second trimester, I was able to feel movement, which was really shocking to me. And it was almost questionable to me, like, is that really baby moving or is it gas? And a lot of women have said, no, it's probably baby moving. And then a lot of other ones are on the opposite side of the spectrum saying, no, it's just gas. So I wasn't quite sure. And sure enough, I've been able to find baby on Doppler, as you guys have seen in my last video. I was able to find Doppler at baby on Doppler at 8 weeks, and consistently throughout this pregnancy, I've been able to find it. since I've been feeling movement, I haven't really been using my Doppler, because as long as I feel, you know, at least 5 kicks each time I feel the baby, or 5 feelings or movements. Okay, thank you. You guys want an apple? This is how she eats them. You're gonna eat the apple? Okay, here you go. Thank you. Oh no, thanks, that's yours. Yeah, sorry, I had to stop the video because my dogs started barking. They bark at everything, so I apologize if you guys ever hear them in the background. They're very noisy. But yeah, I've been able to feel movement, so I don't really use the Doppler all that much. But when I listen to the baby on the Doppler, it's always between 160 to 170 beats per minute, and that would scream girl, you know, on the gender myths or the the gender ideas of what baby could be. And then I would say probably around 17 weeks, 18 weeks was when I was able to feel them on the outside. It wasn't just on the inside. I was able to actually feel them with my hands when I would place my hands on my belly, and that was really something. And then on October 30th, my husband, okay, thank you. On October 30th, you're welcome. My husband was able to feel baby move for the first time. So I definitely don't have an anterior placenta this time. And that was confirmed in our, you're welcome, in our anatomy scan. So like I said, we had all of the genetic testing done. Everything came back normal. I do want to mention, I did have gestational diabetes with Tamsin's pregnancy, and then this one I was tested at 17 weeks, and I came back 177, so I failed my 1 hour, and I've since been testing my sugar. You have to do a fasting testing, which is first thing in the morning before you eat anything, 2 hours after each meal, so breakfast, lunch, dinner, and then you want to have snacks in between. But yeah, so I failed my glucose test, so it's kind of like up in the air on whether or not I have gestational diabetes again, only because we tested so early. So he wants to either test again in 6 weeks when I am 23 weeks, or I can just go ahead and do the 3-hour test. So I ended up sending him a message in my portal saying, I just want to go ahead and do the 3-hour test and just get it out of the way and, you know, find out once and for all if I have it. But I'm pretty sure I do, because a lot of my sugar levels are just across the board way out of proportion. The highest you're supposed to go after a meal is 120, and I've had some be 130, 170. So it's definitely fluctuating on the higher end of sugar. So I would say it's safe to assume that I have it, but I would rather have record of it and confirmation. So better to be safe than sorry. And then most of it I was able to control with diet, and this one just seems, this baby is very picky with what I eat. This baby likes sweets a lot, and I'm not really much of a sweet eater without being pregnant. So again, that might be another girl, you know, myth thing on gender. So 2 things for gender, for girl. But yeah, so I'll just go ahead and, you know, kind of get into symptoms I'm feeling now. I don't think we really need to discuss things previous, because I've kind of, you know, encompassed everything all into one and wrote everything into one. But I do want to show you the anatomy scan pictures. I didn't get very many. My husband has the anatomy picture of the potty shop, so I won't be showing that, obviously, because I haven't seen it. But he has it hidden somewhere in the house. I have no idea where. But I haven't really been wanting to know. Some days I want to know, some days I don't. But for right now, I just want to make sure that, you know, baby stays healthy, and I do everything in my power to stay healthy and be safe. So that's all I really care about. I don't really, you know, care if it's a boy or girl. I just want them to get here safely and be able to snuggle them and, you know, start another journey with another baby. So, but yeah, so I will show you guys, I'll insert a clip of the anatomy scan pictures that I have. And during the anatomy scan, I was 18 weeks in 1 day, and most of the measurements were, you know, at least 5-6 days plus over my gestational age. So that's good. Baby's growing right on track and very healthy, and got to hear the heartbeat. It was 169 beats per minute. So again, another high heartbeat. So that would lead me to believe girl, or lead most to assume girl, but we will see. So I'll go ahead and insert those pictures here to show you guys, and then I will come back and finish out this video for you. So that is baby. So we didn't get very many pictures. As you can tell, a lot of it is just the circumference of the head and measurements, and you can see the lips and the nose. And it's funny because this baby looks a lot like me now, whereas Tamsin, when we had our anatomy scan with her, she definitely was a spitting image of my husband. So it's funny to see, you know, different features for different kids, and I like the differences, and it'll be fun to see what this baby looks like as it continues to grow. My next scan won't be until 34 weeks, you know, unless something comes up, and otherwise I'll just be doing belly checks and, you know, being measured and getting to listen to the baby on the Doppler. So I will go ahead and show you my bump. I've been showing, as you guys can see on previous videos, I've had a small bump since about 8-9 weeks, but excuse me, a lot of that is bloating, I believe. I didn't really start getting a true bump where it didn't go away until I would say I was 16-17 weeks. So I'm a lot bigger now than I was with Tamsin, and I've already gained 11 pounds. So that to me is a bit daunting. I'm a bit nervous with how much weight I'm going to gain. So I ended up gaining, I think 52 pounds with Tamsin, give or take. No, I weighed 152 and I started off 117. So the math of that, let me see. Oh goodness, hold on a second. 35 pounds. So guess that's a far cry from 50. My bad. But I definitely didn't have this much weight on me with Tamsin. So I definitely have it in my face, but that's okay. So I'll go ahead and show you my bump, and then close out this video. So I guess I'll show you with what it looks like with my clothes on. So here is the front view, side view. And then the other side. And then I'll show you what it looks like without my shirt. So here is the front. Here is the side. And here is my other side. So it's definitely out there. Ginormous. So we will see how things progress. I'm hoping I don't end up having polyhydramnios again, which is, if you guys don't know, it's an excess of fluid, and it's generally associated with women with gestational diabetes. So it kind of goes hand in hand with one another. So we will see as things progress, but keep us in your prayers and that this baby arrives safely. And if you're trying to conceive, I wish you guys the best of luck. And please give this video a thumbs up. It definitely helps out my channel. And again, welcome to the new subscribers. I'm happy to have you guys along on this journey. Please introduce yourself down in the comments below and let me know what brought you to my channel if you're trying to conceive. I wish you the best of luck. If you're already in a journey, then welcome to it. It's amazing. It's one of the best feelings in the world. So if I can help you in any sort of way, please just let me know. If you have any additional questions as far as gestational diabetes, testing your sugars, I'd be happy to, answer those for you. I'm definitely not a medical professional, but I am a mom that's gone through it. So, I believe in the power of experience, and I believe we're all able to help out one another, and everyone's different. So yeah, without further ado, I'll go ahead and close out this video. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you guys have a great weekend. Bye.